teaching confirmed with miracles. When Jesus saw the people crowding in on him, he gave orders to go to the other side of the sea.
A scribe came and said to him, "Teacher, I will follow you wherever you go." Jesus said, "Foxes have holes and birds have nests, but the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head." Another of the disciples said to him, "Lord, allow me to first go and bury my father." To this Jesus answered, "Follow me. Let those who are dead, spiritually, bury their own dead." Another said, "Let me first go back and tell my family goodbye." Jesus said, "No one who puts his hand on the plow and then looks back is fit for the kingdom of God."
Stilling the storm. Jesus got into a boat with his disciples. Other boats went with him. Out on the sea there arose a terrific storm, so that the waves washed over the boat, and it was filling with water. But Jesus slept. The disciples woke him up, saying, "Save us, Master, for we are perishing." Jesus woke up and said, "Why are you frightened, you men of little faith?" Then he told the wind and the waves, "Peace, be still." The wind ceased, and the waves were totally calmed. The men looked at each other and marveled. "What kind of man is this? For even the wind and the sea obey him." And they worshipped him, saying, "Truthfully, you are the Son of God." Healing the demon-possessed Gerasene. When Jesus arrived on the other side of the sea, in the country of the Gerasenes, he was met by a man possessed by many demons, very fierce, so that none could travel that way. The man lived in the tombs, and no man had the strength to bind him. Even chains would not hold him. He cried out night and day, in the tombs and in the mountains. When the man saw Jesus, he ran and worshipped him. Jesus said, "Come forth out of this man, you unclean spirit." The spirits cried out, saying, "What do you want, Son of God? Have you come to torment us before our time?" Jesus said, "What is your name?" They said, "Our name is Legion, for we are many." A herd of around 2,000 pigs were feeding on the hillside a distance away from there. The demon said, "If you're going to cast us out, send us into that herd of swine." So Jesus said, "Go." And they came out of the man and went into the pigs. The pigs immediately charged down the steep hillside into the water and drowned. The men taking care of the pigs ran into the city and told everyone what had happened to the man possessed with demons and to the herd of pigs. The people in the city came out to see for themselves, and they found the man who had been possessed sitting beside Jesus, clothed and acting normal. This frightened them, and they begged Jesus to leave their country. As Jesus started to get back into the boat, the formerly demon-possessed man asked to go with him. Jesus told him to go instead and tell his family what God had done. So the man went to Decapolis and told all the people there of the great things Jesus had done for him. Raising Jairus' daughter from the dead. When Jesus had crossed over again in the boat, a great multitude gathered near him by the sea. One of the rulers of the synagogue, named Jairus, came to Jesus and fell at his feet, saying, "I beg you, please, come lay your hands on my little daughter to heal her. She's at the point of death." Jesus went with him, and a great multitude followed him, crowding close to him. Among them was a woman who had had a bleeding problem for 12 years. She had suffered much from the doctors and spent all her money, yet grew worse rather than better. Having heard about Jesus, she came through the crowd behind him and touched the border of his clothes, for she had decided, "If I can but touch his garment, I shall be made well." And immediately she felt the problem leave her, and she was healed. Jesus, knowing that the power had gone from him, said, "Who touched my clothes?" His disciples said, "The people are pressing in hard upon us. Why would you say, 'Who touched me?'" Jesus said, "Someone touched me, for I felt that power had gone out from me." But Jesus looked around for the woman. Knowing what had been done for her, the woman came in fear and trembling, and fell down before him, and told him the truth. Jesus said, "Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace." While he spoke to her, people came from the house of the ruler of the synagogue. They said, "Your daughter is dead. There is no need to trouble the teacher any more." But Jesus ignored what they said, and told the ruler, "Do not be afraid. Only believe." He allowed no one to go with him, only Peter, James, and John. When they came to the house, they found many people there, weeping and wailing greatly. Jesus said, "Why all the noise and weeping? The child is not dead, but sleeps." So they laughed at him scornfully. Then Jesus put everyone out of the house, except the 3 disciples with him and the child's parents. He went in to where she lay, took her by the hand, and said, "Little girl, arise." And right away she got up and walked, for she was 12 years old. The others were amazed. Jesus commanded them not to tell anyone, and also to give her something to eat. As he returned to the house in Capernaum, 2 blind men followed him, saying, "Have mercy on us, Son of David." When Jesus went inside, he turned to the 2 and said, "Do you believe I can do this?" They said, "Yes, Lord." So he touched their eyes and said, "Let it be done to you according to your faith." And instantly they could see clearly. Jesus said, "Tell no one about this." But they spread the word all over the land. A man who had a demon and could not talk was brought to Jesus. He drove out the demon, and the man spoke. The people were amazed, but the Pharisees still claimed he did it by the power of the devil. Jesus once again went to his hometown of Nazareth and taught in the synagogue. Many were amazed, but they said, "Where did he get this wisdom and these mighty works? He is just the carpenter's son. His mother is Mary, and his brothers are James, Joseph, Simon, and Judas. His sisters live here too. So what makes him so great?" Jesus said to them, "A prophet has honor, but not in his own country or his own house." And he did not do very many mighty works there because of their unbelief.